Well, good afternoon. I want to come out today and say to you, I believe you can transform your fitness well inside a year. If you're 55 or above and you feel like you've neglected your fitness, I want to show you in this video 3 steps that you can take that will get you back on the road to the peak of physical fitness in your late 50s and early 60s, so you feel better than you did when you're in your mid-30s. That's my story. I've had a sporadic relationship with fitness. I've sort of run on and off. I sort of set myself a target to like run a half marathon or even 1 or 2 marathons in my time. But and I'll train and really be really motivated, and then I'll have reached my goal and I kind of stop. So let's stop and think about that now. So I work very well with goals, but as I say, I've been on and off with my fitness over the years, and indeed with my weight and just general health. There's been times my business has been so busy, family life has been busy, and I've just neglected the things that are easy to put off. And you eat well in the evening and you put weight on. But I know, and I've shown, that I can transform my fitness well inside of a year. And my story is, as I said, I had a sporadic relationship with running, but I got to the point where in midlife, I think I was at age 49, and I realized that if I carry on that route, I'm going to get into my 60s as just a big pot-bellied, unfit guy that will probably drop down dead with a heart attack in his mid 60s. And I thought, I've got to do something about this. So I determined, I said to myself, you've always enjoyed running, and whatever it is you enjoy, it's important you find the thing you enjoy. If you hate running, don't put yourself through it. Do something you would enjoy. Maybe it works for the gym for some people, maybe swimming, maybe it's just walking, but find something that you enjoy. And then just commit, on my 1-year transformation program. If you want to learn more about that, click the button at the end of this video or find in the link my website. And it's about the mindset, really, how you can completely transform your life inside of a year. So having made the decision, I'm going to get back into some sort of running fitness. I remember going out in the evening, it was dark, with my son, who at the time was, I think he was about 16. And we ran together. And so I had not run for years. And of course, he's so much younger, and he was way ahead. But as we got close to the house, I thought, I'll just put on a little spurt, see if I can catch up with him. And on the way back to the house, I tripped over. I cut both knees. I cut my hands. So I lands up walking in through the front door. My wife says, "What have you done?" He says, you can't do this running thing at your age. It was a mess, grazes on every part of my body. And it would have been so easy to say, "Yes, you're right, honey. I'm not going to do this. I'm too old." But I said, no, I've determined I'm going to get back into fitness. So I let myself recover from my bruises and then took myself out again running. And what I found was I would suddenly find I'd pull a muscle in my calf. And so I stopped running for a few days, let it heal. But I didn't give up. I would then go out again. And then I would find I have a sore heel. And that used to go on for weeks. And then I'd let that heal. And then I'd go out again. And then I'd get a sore knee. And then I'd let that heal and I'd go out again. But the key to this thing is I didn't give up. Listen to your body. Don't run through an injury and make things worse. Let it heal, but then go back. Because every time that happens, you get a little bit stronger. And I found that at the end of 3 months of endless niggling little injuries, I suddenly found, hey, you've run for a whole week and you've not got an injury. And then after that time, after 3 months of niggling injuries, I could run almost every day without a single injury. And it would have been so easy after a few days, after that first day when I tripped over, or after that first week when I got my first sort of pulled muscle, or after that first month when my heel was aching every day. It would have been so easy to give up. But the thing I want to say is stick in there, let it heal, and go again. And I was then able to run every day to the point where, and hear this, age of 58, we've got a little local running groups and friends who have a WhatsApp group, and we just post when we've done a run. And then we had this little competition, guys versus gals, and see who could do the most kilometers for that month. So of course, competitive that we are, we started running more silly miles, and I ran every single day that month. And at the end of that month, I thought, I feel okay. Maybe I could run 2 months. So at the end of that second month, I thought, you know how my mind works, a little bit crazy. Maybe I could get to the end of the year. And of course, when I got to the end of the year, it was around Christmas time. I'd been running for 3 months. And I then said, well, why not the whole year? So I set myself that goal to run every single day for a year, but not just a mile. It was 11 kilometers. And again, it's just a silly sort of goal that I set myself, because 11 kilometers, it's over a 10K, but it's also equivalent to 50 miles a week. It's a nice sort of target, and I just liked that idea. So I ran 11 kilometers every single day for a whole year, even the day of my daughter's wedding. And my wife said, "You're not going to run today, surely?" But I was awake wide and early. I got up at 6 and just went out and did my 11K and felt so good because I was in better shape than I had been since I was in my 30s. And I could wear a suit that I hadn't been able to wear for, well, it was a new suit, but a size of suit I wouldn't have been able to wear for decades. And I just felt so good. And so the thing I'd say to you is, it doesn't matter what age you are. You can, little by little, day by day, by being consistent every day, you can rebuild your fitness and look forward to your golden years feeling fitter and better, in better shape than when you did in your mid-30s. And you know, you've got more time when you're that sort of age. You have got the time, if you want to get out there and walk, to get out there and run, get out there to do swimming. You know, you in a sense, you don't have quite so much excuses as you did when you were running hard with a young family and a business and everything going on. So commit to yourself. I really encourage you, commit to yourself. Give the gift of health to yourself and get out there. I've done it in running, and it doesn't have to be running, as I've said. If it's swimming, you can do that every day. But you know, I've got this mantra that do something every day for a year, and you will completely change your life. And do it in fitness. If you do that, like I did every day for a year, you will completely change how you feel about yourself mentally, because you feel good about yourself, but physically, you'll feel the best that you've ever felt. And I love it. I'm out on a run today, Sunday afternoon. I'm 59 now, and I just love feeling healthy and fit down to my target weight. It's just brilliant. So you'll find the link at the end of my video to my website, where you'll learn all about 1 year transformation and how you could change every area of your life in those 4 key pillars: health, wealth, self, and social. And in all 4 areas, that's my challenge in my 1 year transformation program. Not just one, all 4 pillars of life, because there's no point being wealthy if your relationships are broken down. No point being wealthy if your fitness is rubbish. You need to have all 4 areas in good shape. So that's the key to my transformation program, is have every pillar of life in tip-top condition, and you can do that inside 1 year. So click the link and see what it's all about.